First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Erkakwadash. Next, double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of Great Millstone, who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of what people hear or forbear. And I'm going to break down the prophecy of Zechariah chapter 5 and chapter 6, speaking on what the so-called white man calls UFOs, okay, which is really the curse that's going to go over the face of the earth and in the house of him that stealeth, which is Esau Edom. Okay, but these are really the chariots of Israel. These are the vehicles of the angels that are coming to make war with Esau Edom, who is the so-called white man, and his wicked, sinful kingdom, which we are in today, which is America, America and modern day spiritual Babylon. Okay, the land of confusion, and also many other spiritual kingdoms as well. Okay, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom. It's all here in the fourth and final beast, which is an extension of the Roman Empire. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to get right into it. Once again, Zechariah chapter 5 and 6. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect, wherever you may be scattered across the four corners of the earth. I'm going to go right ahead and jump into it. Zechariah chapter 5 verse 1. It says, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. Verse 2. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Okay, so he's giving a measurement of how big the roll is that he's seeing. He said, Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side, according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side, according to it. So he's reading the roll, and it's saying that once again, everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, and everyone that sweareth falsely shall be cut off. Verse 4, I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. And what is it talking about? What is he going to bring forth? So-called UFOs, which are the chariots, the vehicles of the angels, okay? And it shall enter into the house of the thief, which is Esau Edom, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. So he's saying that the so-called UFOs are going to destroy, the house of the thief, which is, once again, it is America, modern day Babylon. Okay, and let's keep on reading. Verse 6, it says, And I said, What is it? And he said, This is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, Moreover, this is their resemblance through all the earth. Let's get the definition of an ephah. Let's see what that is. I'm going to go into the blue letter. Okay. Let's see. Ephah.
Strong's 374. Ephah. Ephah.
Okay. So an ephah is the proper pronunciation. Let's see what it says. It says an ephah, or measure for grain, hence a measure in general. It says a dry measure of quantity equal to 3 seahs, 10 omers, the same as a liquid measure bath. The receptacle for measuring or holding that amount. Okay. So it's a receptacle of some kind, like a basket. Okay. So let's go back and read that again. It says, let's see where we at. Verse 6. And I said, what is it? And he said, this is an ephah, or basket, or a receptacle that goeth forth. He said, moreover, this is their resemblance through all the earth. Verse 7. And behold, there was lifted up a talent of lead. Okay, let's get the definition for talent. Okay, a talent of lead. Okay, I believe it's a circular. Let's see. Let's get the definition for it. Okay. We go down here. A talent.
Strong's H3603. Kikar.
Okay. And it says a circumjacent tract or region. No, that's not what it's talking about. A large round coin. Let's see. A round loaf, a round weight, talent of gold, a round district. Okay. So it's a round weight. All right. It says, and I'm assuming, let's see. It says, that is an ephah that goeth forth. He said, moreover, this is their resemblance throughout all the earth. And behold, there was a lifted up a talent of lead. So the talent of lead was like a lid on the ephah. It was like a lid on the basket, you could say. And this is the woman that sitteth in the midst of the ephah. Okay. So the woman is sitting in the basket. And he said, this is wickedness. So the woman is called wickedness. Okay. And then let's see what else it says. So this is wickedness. And he cast it into the midst of the ephah. So he threw the woman back down into the basket, and he cast the weight of lead upon the mouth thereof. So he closed the lid, then lifted up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, there came out two women. So he looked up in the sky, and there came out two women, and the wind was in their wings. Okay. Now you go into that word wind, I believe it goes into spirit. Was in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the ephah between the earth and the heaven. So they came and picked up the basket. Okay. Then said I to the angel that talked with me, whither do these bear the ephah? So what are they doing? What are these two demonic beings or angelic beings doing with the ephah, with the receptacle? And he said unto me, to build it an house in the land of Shinar. Okay, so a temple, and it shall be established and set there upon her own base. Okay, let's see the land of Shinar. Let's see what that is. Okay. The land of Shinar.
Strong's H8152. Shinar.
Okay. So, let's see what it is. It says, probably of a foreign derivation, a plain in Babylonia. The ancient name for the territory, later known as Babylonia or Chaldea. Okay. So there we go. So Shinar is Babylon, okay, which is modern day Babylon is America. So we go back, and it says, and he said unto me to build it a house in the land of Shinar, in the land of America, and it shall be established and set there upon her own base. Okay, so it says wickedness will be builded a house. And that house is going to be America, and it shall be established. Wickedness shall be established and set there upon her own base. And this lines up with the prophecy of Malachi chapter 1. Let's go ahead and get that. Okay, so it's saying, because Malachi chapter 1 calls this place Babylon, it calls this place the border of wickedness. So it says here, okay. says, whereas, let's start Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Okay, so the border of wickedness is associated with Edom, Esau, Edom. Okay, now I'm going to show you the border of wickedness is associated with Esau, Edom, right? And then we see that it said that wickedness would be established in Shinar, Babylon. Now I'm going to connect Esau, Edom with Babylon. I'm going to open up a new tab. We're going to go to Psalms chapter 137. Okay, Psalms chapter 137. Let's see. In verse 7. Okay, it says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. Verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. So there you go. Okay, the border of wickedness is connected with Edom, as we just read in Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. And then Edom is connected with the daughter of Babylon. Okay, so and then we go back to this prophecy, and Shinar is connected with Babylon as well. Shinar is connected is another term for Babylon, and Babylon is connected with Esau, Edom. So it's saying here that ephah, the receptacle that bears wickedness, is going to be brought into the land of Babylon, which is America. Okay, the daughter of Babylon, which is America, and there it shall be established and set there upon her own base. So let's read that chapter. Let's read that in a different version. Let's get the NLT version. So we're going to get Zechariah 5 NLT. Okay, here we go. It says, we're going to reread it. It says, I looked up again and saw a flying scroll through the air. What do you see? The angel asked. I see a flying scroll. I replied, it appears to be about 30 feet long and 15 feet wide. Then he said unto me, this scroll contains the curse that is going out over the entire land. One side of the scroll says that those who steal will be banished from the land. The other side says that those who swear falsely will be banished from the land. And this is what the Lord of heaven's armies says. I am sending the curse into the house of every thief, into the house of everyone that swears falsely using my name, and my curse will remain in that house and completely destroy it, even as timbers and stone. Once again, we know who the thief is. Okay, the thief is Esau, Edom. It says, then the angel who was talking with me came forward and said, look up and see what's coming. He says, verse 6, what is it? I asked. And then he said, he replied, it is a basket for measuring grain. So that's what the ephah is. Okay, it is a basket for measuring grain, and it's filled with the sins of everyone throughout the land. Okay. So then the heavy lead was lifted off the basket, the heavy lead cover. So there we go. So the talent of lead represents the cover, was lifted off the basket, and there was a woman sitting inside it. The angel said, this woman's name is Wickedness, and he pushed her back into the basket and closed the heavy lid again. There we go. Then I looked up and saw two women flying toward us, gliding on the wind. They had wings like a stork, and they picked up the basket and flew into the sky. Okay, so exactly as we broke it down in the KJV. Oh, Salakia. Let me go back. Let's go back to the passage. Here we go. It says, where are they taking the basket? I asked. He replied, to the land of Babylonia. Once again, Shinar and Babylonia are the same. Okay, they're the same thing. So it says, where they will build a temple for the basket. Where they will build a temple for the basket. And when the temple is ready, they will set the basket there on its pedestal. So that temple is the land of Babylonia. Okay, it's in the land of Babylonia. Which is America. This is the modern day Babylon, who is ran by Esau, Edom, as we just read in Psalms 137, 7 and 8. Okay, so now we're gonna go. Let me get the KJV. Let's move to the next chapter. Okay. the next chapter here, it says, "And I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass." Now, when have you ever seen a brass mountain? That's right, you haven't, because those mountains, that's a key term for those mountains is the key term for chariots, and we know that the chariots are the vehicles of the UFOs, okay, and the vehicles of the angels, so-called UFOs, Salakia. So here we're going to prove that 2nd Ezra chapter 13. Okay, this is a prophecy of Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, coming to make war with the nations. And he says he's gonna fly upon a mountain. Okay, so we see that this mountain represents a ship. Okay, so let's see, here we are. Okay, it says 2nd Ezra chapter 13 verse 5, and it reads, "And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the 4 winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it." So we see the mountain is not an actual mountain, right? It's a vehicle of some sort, some kind of flying vehicle, so-called UFO. "But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not." And so he's saying it was so big he couldn't see the ends of it. Okay. That's what he's saying here. Now let's go back. Let's see. It says, "I looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains." Chariots are the vehicles of the angels. Okay. So it says there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass. Okay, so they were metal, made of metal. In the first chariot were red horses, and in the second chariot black horses, and in the third chariot white horses, and in the fourth chariot grizzled and bay horses. Okay. Then I answered and said unto the angel that talked with me, "What are these, my Lord?" And the angel answered and said unto me, "These are the 4 spirits of the heavens, which go forth from standing before the Lord of all the earth." Okay, the 4 spirits of heaven. "The black horses which are therein go forth into the north country." And this is gonna be. I'm gonna tie it back together in a minute. It's gonna make sense. The black horses which are therein go forth into the north country, and the white go forth after them, and grizzled go forth toward the south country. And the bay went forth and sought to go, that they might walk to and fro from the earth. And he said, "Get you hence, walk to and fro through the earth." So they walked to and fro through the earth. So the 4 spirits. Okay, they spread out throughout all the earth. Then cried he upon me, and spake unto me, saying, "Behold, these that go toward the north country have quieted my spirit in the north country." Let's go ahead and let's see what that word quieted means. Okay, it means to silent, to calm, muted, to hush. Okay, so they have quieted the spirit. I want to get that in the NLT too real quick. Okay, I write on down to verse 8. I'm going to go ahead and get this in the NLT. Zechariah 6. Okay, I'm going to read down to verse 8. It says, "Then I looked up again and saw 4 chariots coming from between the 2 bronze mountains." These are the 2 giant, quote-unquote, spaceships. The first chariot was pulled by red horses, the second chariot by black horses, the third by white horses, and the fourth by powerful dappled gray horses. "And what are these, my Lord?" I asked the angel who was talking with me. The angel replied, "These are the 4 spirits of heaven." So that tells you right there that the spirits of heaven, the angels, are coming. It tells you the chariots are the vehicles of heaven who stand before the Lord of all the earth. They're going out to do his work. The chariot with black horses is going north. Okay, that's important. Once again, I'm going to break it down why. It says the chariot with black horses is going north. The chariot with white horses is going west. The chariot with dappled gray horses is going south. The powerful horses were eager to set out to patrol the earth, and the Lord said, "Go and patrol the earth." So they left at once on their patrol. Then the Lord summoned me and said, "Look, those who went north have vented the anger of my spirit, and they're in the land of the north." And once again, that vented, the word vented over here uses the word in the KJV. It says disquieted. Right? It says, yep, all right. They quieted my spirit in the north country. Okay, so let's go back. Vented the anger of my spirit. So they quieted the anger of the Lord's spirit. Okay, and this is going to make sense. Why? Because in the land of the north are where the children of Israel are. Okay, so, and I'm going to prove that right quick. Let's go to Jeremiah. Actually, you know what? I'll do Zechariah and then I'll go to Jeremiah. Zechariah chapter 2. Okay, so the children of Israel, the elect, are going to mainly come out of the land of the north. So once again, the four spirits, the black horse went to the north. It said that those in the north disquieted the anger. They calmed down the anger of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Now, let's see. It says, Zechariah chapter 2, verse 6, Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. Once again, man, daughter of Babylon is connected with Esau, Edom, right? And it said that wickedness would be established there. So, okay, we know that that's America. It says, Salakia. It says, For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory hath he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you touched the apple of his eye. It says, For behold, I will shake mine hand upon them, and they shall be spoiled to their servants, and you shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me. Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for lo, I come and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith the Lord. Okay. It says, And many nations shall be joined to the Lord in that day, and shall be my people, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, and thou shalt know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me unto thee. And the Lord shall inherit Judah his portion in the Holy Land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. So the Lord says he's going to deliver the elect, but where? He's going to deliver them from the land of the north, right? So it's saying the elect is coming out of the land of the north. We go back to that Zechariah chapter 6, verse 8. It says, Behold, these that go toward the north country have quieted my spirit in the north country. So they've become favorable in the eyes of the Heavenly Father, and this is talking about the elect. Okay. Actually, I got another scripture to back this up. Let's go to Jeremiah 16 and 14. Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. It says, let me get the whole chapter. Okay. So it says, Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, The Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. So the main deliverance, right, where the main show of mercy is going to be shown here in the land of the north, which is Babylon. Okay, and we already connected the two. All right, we already connected the two. So let's see. Right, see. Flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord, for I have spread you abroad. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. So the land of the north is Babylon, ran by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, modern day America. So now let's go back to the prophecy. All right. So it says that they have quieted my spirit in the north country. They've become favorable unto the Lord and quieted the anger, his anger. He's gonna have mercy. His main show of mercy will be here in America, Babylon the Great. Oh, you know what? I got a little bit more meat on that. Salakia. Let's go back to that Jeremiah 16. I just want to make sure I read it all. It says, Therefore behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall be no more said, The Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Boom. Back to this prophecy. And the word of the Lord came saying unto me, saying, Take of them of the captivity. Who is that? That's the children of Israel. He's gonna gather the elect, even of Heldai, of Tobiah and of Judea, which are come from Babylon. Right, so there we go, land of the north, and come thou the same day, and go into the house of Josiah the son of Zephaniah. Then take silver and gold, and make crowns, and set them upon the head of Joshua the son of Josedech the high priest, and speak unto him, saying, Thus speak the Lord of hosts, saying, Behold, the man whose name is the branch, and he shall grow up out of his place, and he shall build the temple of the Lord. And even he shall build the temple of the Lord, and he shall bear the glory, and shall sit and rule upon his throne, and he shall be a priest upon his throne, and the counsel of peace shall be between them both. Boom. And the crown shall be to Helam, and to Tobiah, and Judea, and to Hen the son of Zephaniah, for a memorial in the temple of the Lord. And they that are far off shall come and build the temple of the Lord, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts hath sent me unto you, and this shall come to pass if you would diligently obey the voice of the Lord your God. So, just a quick breakdown of the prophecies, but we see here, the UFOs are here, the vehicles of the angels, the curse that's coming upon the house of the thief, which are the plagues, and the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of Israel, coming to destroy the house of the thief, Babylon, where the Lord is going to deliver his people in a great exodus. Okay, so this is the breakdown of Zechariah 5 and 6. Zechariah 5 speaking on the establishment of wickedness here in Babylon, America the Great, or Salakia, America, Babylon the Great, the border of wickedness, the establishment of wickedness, right? And then Zechariah chapter 6, speaking of the UFOs that are going to be a curse to the wicked, but are going to be deliverance for the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, according to the prophecies and the curses. So, Lord willing, I hope that this was edifying to all that are listening, no matter where you're spread across the four corners of the earth. With that being said, all praise, honor, glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Shalom.